What's your opinion about the mesh of genres that happen in music festivals?
I love it. I love being able to see different things, and I mean, it's great to know what you're getting, and if there's a certain theme that's to a concert or a weekend or whatever it is. But I think having some diversity and being able to check out some other things really, it just helps everyone, because there's a lot of people that might not listen to certain things that might get the chance to see things that they normally wouldn't listen to, and I think that's just a great opportunity for everyone.
Okay, perfect. How would you work? How would you work your set list for Tecate Peninsula at Tijuana?
What is that, Jeff? We have to play 90 minutes or 75-minute set?
Something like that.
We've been working on a new direction. We might go into possibly all drop acid and just do like a 30-minute jam, see what happens.
In the key of H minor.
That's always the key.
It is.
Perfect. At Tecate Peninsula, you will share the stage with a lot of Mexican artists. What's your opinion on current Mexican music?
My personal assistant is Mexican, and whenever we're in the car, it's always her playlist always pops on, and I'm always like checking out some of the stuff. But I'm really excited to see especially the people that are on our day on our stage, because there's 3 stages. Have you seen this, Dean? It's like right on the beach. It's going to be amazing.
I haven't seen it, man. No,
dude, it's right on the beach. There's a picture of it somewhere.
That's great.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible.
Luis Carlos is going to cover my shoulders with suntan lotion. I appreciate that, man.
Look at that. It's going to be. It's right on the
lovely.
beach. Yeah.
That was great. I'll tell you, my daughter has gotten me into this girl. I know she doesn't live south of the border, but I think she might have a little Mexicana in her. Her name is Melanie Martinez. Do you know who she is?
I don't.
Sorry?
Luis Carlos, do you know Melanie Martinez?
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's amazing, man. My daughter really gets me interested in some really interesting music, such as Melanie. TV Girl is another band that she's kind of turned me on to. But we got to see Melanie a couple months ago in Los Angeles here. And my goodness, she was great, man.
Okay. So the next question is, how is a show from Stone Temple Pilots at a festival? Is it very different from a normal show?
I don't know. What do you think, Jeff?
I don't even know how to answer that. But I don't approach them differently. I usually just go up trying to think and feed off the energy of the crowd. So I mean, that's just the bottom line for me. Just getting out there and feeding off the energy of the crowd, whatever. I've done, before I was in SDP, I've done the, playing for the bar staff thing and, and doing all that fun stuff. So it's always just, about, the love of music and putting it out there and showing people what you're all about.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jeff. It's about, I think for anyone, a show is so reciprocal. It's a real give and take and push and shove, and it really just isn't an STP show. It's all of our show. It's whoever is in attendance, really.
Okay. So in 2020, you've published Perdida, a record with very rich sounds. What was the challenge to do this acoustic album, and also with instruments that were not very common?
I just showed up and sang, man.
Well, I will have to say this. It reminds me of when we were writing stuff, Jeff, and how lovely the conditions were. We were working at Eric's house, basically, which was where the studio is that we recorded that. So we're in the comfort of Eric's home, and it was just really beautiful, very laid back. And, you know, the only real agenda to that record was we just wanted to keep it, you know, keep that common thread throughout it, that just kind of acoustic based sort of thing. And just, I think what everyone tapped into there, you know, really, really signifies that record.
And it's amazing that it came out sounding so warm, being that we wrote it when well, a lot of it was written when we were on a Canadian tour in the wintertime. And
wearing our coats in the dressing room.
and then like spending all day in a hockey arena, like in the basement, you know. It was all cement. There was no windows, and so it's like
freezing cold.
For it to come out sounding so warm when it came from something so not warm, you know.
Okay, sounds good. When you're making new music, what inspires Stone Temple Pilots?
What inspires you, Jeff?
For me, it's Stone Temple Pilots. Because like, I mean, when they like, maybe they'll email me something, and I'm the first person who gets to listen to it, and there's no vocals on it, and I'm just basically, you know, using my imagination and daydreaming them all and listening to, you know, something that no one's ever heard before. So, and from there is where I find the inspiration in that and what way to take it usually.
Yeah, I'm so inspired by interviews. I just love doing them so much. It leads me to write something like this. So that nice. I'm inspired right now.
Okay. Your music has resonated with fans across generations. What do you think it is about your songs that continue to connect with new audiences?
I just have to interrupt. Were you guys able to see from my waist down?
I'm not wearing pants either, Dean.
All right. Luis Carlos, are you wearing pants? No pants. Nice. All right.
No one's wearing pants.
Far out, man. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Your music has resonated with fans across generations. What do you think it is about your songs that continues to connect with new audiences?
Oh, I would just have to say, that, I always want to remain humble in the face of music and, express humility and gratitude. So, for me to answer that question, it may sound a little, I'm a little full of myself, but I mean, I'm just putting this out there in general. A good song's a good song. And not everybody's going to like that particular song, but it's whatever an individual can connect with, I suppose.
Humanity.
Okay. How do you visualize the trends that artificial intelligence is now in the music industry, to such an extent that this year it is getting a Grammy for its first song?
Wait, are you sure?
They told me in the chat.
AI is getting a Grammy. Well, doesn't that just sum it up? Let's not worry about the artists that have made countless records and have toured the planet dozens and dozens of times, and but let's give it to AI. Well, I'm all for it, actually, because I'm looking forward to when my AI gets out there and I can sit at home and just collect the check.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Jeff, what are your favorite classic band songs to sing at shows?
Ooh. I mean, I've been doing it for a while now, so it changes a lot, I mean, basically, the Core album has a special place in my heart. So anything off of Core is usually like right up my alley, and it's more in my wheelhouse. So yeah, it's I'd say anything off of Core is usually gets my juices flowing.
Okay. Last year, you released Midnight Ramble Live 94. Is it in your plans to release unedited music after this release?
Wait, what was released last year?
Midnight Ramble Live 94.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
No?
It's a
No, I
good
don't
year
know
though.
that.
Okay.
That must be one of those wacky south of the border releases.
Maybe, maybe. What does Mexico mean to you?
I love Mexico. It's being right between Mexico and Canada. You ever get a special love and brotherhood for people that live right next door to you, and so yeah, I've always loved Mexico. I've always loved going down there, and went down there for my senior trip when I was in high school, and with all my friends, and got to experience it that way. And then went down there with STP and got to play shows in front of lots of people. So I've seen a lot of different sides of it, and I think I love Mexico. Mexico is amazing. I've never been to Cabo though. I want to go to Cabo.
It's such a beautiful family oriented culture, man. And that's one thing that I really, really admire about it. It's so family oriented, And whenever we tour, we always hit Monterrey, Guadalajara, and Mexico City. This is the first time I think we're ever playing Tijuana. But come on, man, that food in Guadalajara, ooh,
Man.
Yeah, nothing better.
Nice. What's your opinion on streaming platforms as an impulse to upcoming bands?
This is interesting. I just read something that Peter Frampton's Baby I Love Your Way was streamed 55 million times last year and he made $1,700. How much do you think Spotify made on that?
Yeah.
It's a crime, quite honestly. Streaming is a crime. And the artists should be compensated for it, and they're not. Sad.
I think it's 0.003 cents or something. I don't know what it is.
Well, there's the math. 55 million streams, and he got $1,700. Like, man,
it's not like the old days.
Okay. What's your opinion?
Let me finish on that. Don't stream. Buy music. Buy music from the artist. Don't stream.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your opinion about the mesh of genres that happen in music festivals?
Oh, we asked that one.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Oh, okay. Let me check. How do you? Okay.
How do I put on my gold-plated underpants? One foot at a time.
In what sort of stage do you consider Stone Temple Pilots at the moment?
Still full of piss and vinegar.
But mostly vinegar.
Yeah. What? We're having a great time, man. We're probably having one of the best times of our career. Just, the four of us just really wanting to go out and just be the best we can and just have a great time doing it. And man, like I said earlier, man, I remain humble in the face of music, and I'm just really full of gratitude that we're fortunate enough to do this, and man, we're really enjoying doing it.
Hey, the 90s were epic musically speaking. Do you think that something similar, like a movement or something, will happen in the next few years?
You always gotta hope. You always gotta hope. It's it's usually when things become very plastic and synthetic that all of a sudden they find their way back to being grounded and being raw and real. And I think that those things, they go up and down, and it comes and goes. And And I think the 90s were a great time for that because, you know, coming out of the glam metal scene that was happening, and there were some great bands doing that too. But coming out of that, you know, and then going into something so earthy and real and human that people really gravitated towards it. And I know that was when I was I was very influential time for me because I was in high school and I was playing my guitar and had my bands and being able to put down the guitar and find so many influential singers to really gravitate towards was just an amazing time to be, you know, influenced by music, let alone playing it and writing it and all of that.
Okay.
But also, I don't know, maybe you guys will agree with me on this. I also find, which is concerning, mediocrity has never been at its peak than now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that kind of fuels like what's to come, you know, because that it makes something special happen.
From that. I agree.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, you know, going back talking about my daughter's 11 and kind of what she turns me on to and stuff that I would never gravitate to or listen to, and it's really been eye-opening. You know, there's just some bands out there that I think are doing some really incredible stuff. One band I've really been into is Unknown Mortal Orchestra. You hip with them? Man, just a great
Luis Carlos knows what's up.
What's that?
Luis Carlos knows what's up. His mic's off.
Yeah, they're really cool, man. That cat's a brilliant songwriter. And so, yeah, there is some really, really great stuff happening. And I love, I also love what's happening in the pop world. You know, as we said, Melanie Martinez and, you know, some really cool stuff, man.
Okay, amazing. What's the song that you enjoy the most to play live?
Me. You asked that one already.
Love them all.
Yeah. I like playing Big Empty. That one's fun.
Okay, so the last question is, what's next for Stone Temple Pilots?
Tijuana.
That's right. Tijuana. Yeah, we're pretty excited to come down, man. We're looking forward to it.
Okay, amazing. So to finish off, we'll make you to say an invitation for all the listeners and all the people to come to Tecate Peninsula at Tijuana.
Yes, Mexico. Please come out and see us and come hang out with us. And we can't wait to rock some Stone Temple Pilots for you. Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Amen.
Okay. Perfect. So, muchas gracias a todos por los que estuvieron presentes y les mandamos un gran saludo. Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.